Hi guys, and welcome to Theme Park Parents. My name's Dan, and today I'm going to be ranking the 5 roller coasters which are currently operating at Legoland Windsor in order from my least favourite to favourite. Legoland Windsor is a park that opened back in 1996 and throughout its history has had 6 roller coasters in total, 5 of which are still operating today, and the other one, which is Jungle Coaster, that went defunct back in 2009. Unfortunately, I never had the chance to ride that. I did, however, have the chance to ride all other 5 roller coasters in the visit that we took last month to Legoland Windsor. So today I'm just going to be bringing you a list of them in order from the ones that give me the least amount of enjoyment to the one that gives me the most enjoyment. At number 5 we have Dino Duplo Coaster. This is an art engineering roller coaster which opened back in 2020 and really is the my first roller coaster for children and kids. It's located in the Dino Duplo Valley area of the park, which is an area directed very much towards the first generation of riders, toddlers and young children. Therefore it gives me the least enjoyment and does make it at number 5 on this list. Some positives of this roller coaster, however, are some great theming, as the train itself is a giant Duplo dinosaur and it also has a giant spinning dinosaur on the last helix before the return to the station. The next one on the list we have is Dragon's Apprentice. This is a WGH transportation roller coaster which is located in the Knights Kingdom area of the park and is the next step up from Dino Duplo Coaster for young riders and thrill seekers. This for me was a little bit more intense than Dino Duplo Coaster, hello, and features a little bit more intensity and speed. As you ascend a tyre driven lift hill, you then go down a spiral helix through a castle with a smoke effect. You then meander an S-bend, go under the queue line and then return to the station. You do this layout twice and then your ride is finished. The only negatives I found of this is that a lack of Lego theming overall, as there is just a general medieval theme and not specifically Lego like the other coasters on this list. At number 3 on the list we have the Dragon. This is the first ever roller coaster at Legoland Windsor and opened back in 1998. This again is a WGH transportation coaster and again is located in the Knights Kingdom area of the park as the signature ride. It's an incredibly immersive queue line and ride, and it has an entire castle around it, so it's well themed. The ride begins with a large indoor section which features a range of Lego animatronics and special effects. You then ascend a tyre driven lift hill and go through a few twists before going up a second lift hill. This is then followed by quite a steep drop which does pull some good intensity and G-forces. You then meander through a couple of twists and turns and then it's back into the brake run. This is quite a long ride at about 3 minutes, so it's well worth a long queue as well. However, it's the only coaster in the park with more than one train, so it generally has quite a good capacity and doesn't build up an awfully long queue line. That brings us to our number 2 and our number 1 spots, which if you haven't guessed already are filled by Minifigure Speedway. These are a pair of Zero dueling shuttle coasters and they opened back in 2024 as the All-Star sides and the Legend sides. The ride layout begins with ascending a lift hill in reverse, which gives you some great views of not only Legoland Windsor, but also the surrounding countryside. You are then let go and reach quite a speed as you travel through the station, and then immediately an airtime hill as you come out the station. You go through a few twists and turns, including a crossover section, which is quite good as you see the other train going past you. You then reach another lift hill, which you go up and forwards, and then you do the entire layout in reverse. The whole ride features some decent speeds, some good whippy turns, quite a lot of G-forces, relatively good intensity, and is quite just a fun, well-themed ride as well. So that, for me, makes it for number 2 and number 1. I will, however, say that the All-Star side is slightly better in my opinion. I did, however, only get to experience both sides the once, so that is quite a biased opinion based on where I was sitting because I was at the back on the Legends side and the middle on the All-Star side. That concludes the video for today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and we shall see you again soon. Bye bye.